We're at Düsseldorf and there's a new Wally. It's always nice to see a new Wally. This one is the wallypower50, designed to bridge the gap between the 48 Wally tender and the wallypower58. And one thing you can guarantee from Wally at this size, very clean lines. See how the anchor's hidden away? No hull windows, little camera mounted in the side there. We'll get into all of that when we do the tour. This one's got IPS. You can have it with quadruple outboards as the X, and that one will do over 50 knots. I think that one is aimed at the Miami fraternity. For now, let's go and have a look around this one. I'm Jack Haines. Welcome to YachtBuyer. This model is intended to bridge the gap between the Wally Tender 48 and the Wally Power 58. And in fact, it shares a hull design with the Wally Tender, but you see you have that Wally Power superstructure that's so striking, that really slender wheelhouse. Then because of the balconies, it really opens up back here at the cockpit. It's a really clever and, predictably unique design. What have you actually got back here then? Well, you've got a fixed platform back here. There is a passerelle in the middle that comes right out the centre like this for when you're backed onto a quayside. And then as opposed to the connected sun pad you have on the 58, you've got this middle walkway, which works really nicely, especially with the balconies down. It means you have this nice circulation around this area. And two big sun pads, both with sliding backrest. So you can slide these forward if you want to make these benches a bit bigger on this side, or if you want it in full sunpad mode, you slide this forward, and as you can see, you can lie out really, really comfortably. And it's very exposed. You can see where the hardtop stops. If you want to lie in the sun, this is the perfect place to do it. And talking of the balconies, you've got them on both sides. They actually extend the cockpit space by 6 square meters. So you really do feel that when they're down. And as I say, that great effect of the boat being so slender and so lean, but then when you stop and you want to go into relaxation mode, drop down the terraces and you've got this lovely big, totally flat but very well connected living space. And there are big storage bins underneath both of these sun pads as well. So it's not all about form on board the Wally, there's plenty of function going on as well. Let's head up to the foredeck. The profile of this boat is incredibly clean and sleek, and you've got no guardrails obviously, so you might think that that means moving forward feels a little bit precarious, but actually it doesn't. These bulwarks come up a decent way. You can sort of hold on to the top of the roofline and the windscreen. There are no rails, but actually it doesn't feel too bad moving forward here. And would you just look at the design of this windscreen? It's absolutely amazing. This single piece of glass, the way it sort of curves over this hump in the middle, and I love the way that leads into the roofline and follows all the way back down the hardtop. It's really striking, and the effect from inside of the helm is pretty amazing, as we'll see in a moment. And you've probably clocked already, there is carbon fibre all over this thing, and that extends to the windscreen wipers. The windscreen wiper arms here, even they have got some carbon fibre on them. And then when you get past the windscreen, you're into another nice living space, a totally flat sunbed, nice and flush, and some headrests just nicely mounted up against the forward coaming there. Just another bit of extra living space on top of what you have in the cockpit. It's really sleek, really smart, but yeah, the most striking bit is this bit here. Let's head inside. It might be very, very exposed out aft, but in here, inside the wheelhouse, it's fully enclosed, so you're actually very well protected, and this thing will charge along at 36, 37 knots. The X with the outboards will do over 50 knots, so having the full protection from the breeze, I'm sure will be very welcome. And that means that when you're having lunch, you have a good amount of shade, you're not exposed to the elements, you've got this nice big, of course, carbon fibre table here. This opens up, so you can dine there if you want to. It's also on an electric pedestal, so you can drop it down to coffee table height if you don't want it in the way when you're lounging around. You've got a little fridge mounted down here underneath this seat, and these hatches in the floor are actually technical spaces. Down here to get to the fuel tank, down here beneath my feet to get to the seakeeper if you have it as an option, and also the generator. Moving forward, there's a bit more substantial wet bar over here. It's quite neatly integrated here on the starboard side. You've got the sink hidden away under this cover here, fridge down here, ice maker on this side, and there is the option to have a grill where I think these hatches overhead will come in very handy. It could get quite smoky in here if you haven't got that hatch open, so good for that, but also good for ventilation when the boat is going along, because as I said, this is all fully sealed. You can probably hear a bit of an echo through the microphone, but that is what makes this such a nice fast cruising machine, because you're not getting pounded by the breeze. You can do 260, 270 nautical miles quite comfortably at this boat's cruising speed, and yeah, you can sit back in these wild chairs, these nice high backs that we've seen on lots of Wallies, but they still really do look the business. The dinky little carbon fibre steering wheel that's actually a new design for Wally, and yeah, you really have got a fantastic driving position here through, as I said, that pretty amazing windscreen. Joystick control, this is the IPS version, so you have, you know, full Volvo Penta joystick control with this boat. It's designed to be easy to use, potentially used as a chase boat, super yacht tender, so therefore ease of control is very important. But it's upright, littered in carbon fibre, focused, sporty. It's a really cool environment, and it's the same case downstairs. Now, it may be just shy of 50 feet, but don't imagine you're going to get loads of cabins down here. This is ostensibly a day boat, a weekender, somewhere for two people to blast off in comfort, and if they want to stay overnight, they've got a nice comfortable bed. We'll come to that in a moment. You haven't really got a proper galley down here. You're going to be doing any cooking up in that wet bar on deck, but you have got more fridge space down here. You've got storage down here. In fact, storage throughout this area is actually really impressive, because you've got the big cupboards on either side as well. They're very nicely hidden away, but you have got some good storage on either side. You can see that headroom is decent, and you've got the fake portholes as well, which we've seen before on Wallies, but it means you've got this camera in the side just to keep that really sleek look on the outside. They don't want windows interrupting the profile of the boat, so you have a camera instead, and that feed is relayed to these areas either side of the berth. But you get natural light through the roof because you've got skylights, and you've got natural light coming through this hatch as well. And there's a decent bathroom. Very important on a boat like this to have a good bathroom if you're using it for the day, for the weekend. So you've got a separate shower cubicle, good amount of space in there, and then actually a pretty good bed forward. Yeah, look at that. That's a really good sized bed. Okay, you know, there's no privacy, but then there's only one cabin down here, so that doesn't really matter. They've left it very open plan so that they maximise the space down here. You've got your sofa, I mentioned the storage on either side, you can see the screens on either side as well, and yeah, a really nice sized double bed. So if you do want to stay overnight for a couple of nights, it's going to be pretty comfortable. Thanks for watching our tour of the Wally Power 50. If you want more Wally content, we have an exclusive sea trial of the Wally Y100 that you can watch now. And if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, please tap the YachtBuyer logo. I'll see you on the next one.